So how does one start saving? This video is Savings 101. I'm going to walk through 4 things you could do that will help you start to save your money each month. So the first thing is, look at your expenses from last month. People say wherever you spend your money the most, that's what you most care about. So look through your expenses and see what are the things that you would rather spend less on because you're actually not getting that much value for your money. Most people tend to cut back a lot on their spending, cutting their average spending by about 40% because they see where their money is going and they realize that the places they're spending money on aren't providing them much value. The second thing you could do is just lay out your expenses. In other words, prepare a budget. Now you want to include everything in on this budget just to see what a normal month in your mind should look like. You should include everything. This includes all your vices, alcohol expenditures, when you're going out with your friends, spend money at restaurants, as well as your rent, your normal utilities, and your car payments. That way you lay out everything and you can see if the money that you're bringing in covers all of those expenses, because at the end of the month, you want to make sure that more money is coming in than that's going out. Third thing, when you're preparing this budget, make sure that you include your savings in there. In other words, pay yourself first. A lot of people neglect this and they wait to pay themselves last after all the other expenses are covered. But no, you need to prioritize yourself, your future. Lastly, know yourself. Know your spending habits and the way you spend money. Is it easier for you to spend money digitally using credit card where you're able to swipe, or is it easier for you to spend cash? For me, I have all my accounts lined up in a Mint account so that way I can easily track my expenditures and I know what each amount is going to. So when I take money from an ATM, I can't track that as easily. So I spend that money a little bit more frivolously. And I don't really care how money is flowing out of my wallet because I already assume that money's gone. For others, it's easy to swipe. And they know when they have cash that it's a finite amount. That way they tend to hold on to that money a lot more than they would because they feel like swiping is much easier and they don't feel the physical transaction from someone taking their money from them. And it's different strokes for different people, right? So just know yourself and find out what works best for you. With this saving thing, you have to track your expenses. You have to look at your accounts and see what you're spending money on. That's all I have for you this time around. Saving 101. Let's get to these big bucks. It's not how much you make, how much you spend, but it's how much you keep, how much you save. Let's have these money conversations, take these lessons learned, build our communities, and let's keep this conversation going. Get your money up.